What's up, YouTube? It's the Poor Hunter here again. I want to do another video on using the right tool for the job, but I want to talk about bows this time. Now, when it comes to bow hunting, find one that fits you. You want to find a bow that you can pull back, or a crossbow that you're able to pull back, whatever fits your body type and strength. But if you're looking to get into it cheap, you can always check out garage sales. The first bow I used, flip the camera here, was this one here. It is a Bear Kodiak Magnum, and my wife picked it up for me for about 35 bucks at a garage sale. Came with arrows and broadheads, and that's what I shot my first deer with. I didn't have a lot of money that year, so she went and found that at a garage sale. I went out in the woods and I constructed my own hunting blind, and then I sat in that hunting blind and shot my first deer bow hunting, seriously bow hunting, out of that homemade deer blind with a $35 bow that came with broadheads and arrows. So it doesn't have to be extravagant, it doesn't have to be super nice. You can go find some cheap stuff out there and it works just the same. So, some people might have different opinions on it, but these are the experiences that I've had, not having a lot of money to spend on this stuff, but still wanting to put food on the table. So I went out there, I picked that up, and got myself a deer, fed my family that way. Um, Now broadheads, I used broadheads that came with the bow, and they worked just fine. Later moved on to a crossbow because we had some extra money to spend on hunting, so I got myself a decent crossbow and had to get some broadheads for that. I'll show you what I have here. These are Strike broadheads. I picked these up at Walmart. They're about 30 bucks, or no, about 20 bucks a pack of three, and they work great. I used them last year, shot a deer with them. My neighbor that hunts with us, he shot two deer with them, and they left a decent sized hole and a pretty decent blood trail. So um, they work just fine. I've used Rage broadheads. The reason I went with these cheaper Strike broadheads is because I really like the Rage broadheads. The crossbow that I bought came with a couple of them, and that's what I shot my deer with during bow season. One of them, the other deer, I used these and it worked. But the Rage broadheads, they work great. I really, really like them. I don't like the price. I can't afford to spend 60 bucks on three broadheads, nor can I afford to spend 60 bucks on three broadheads and end up missing. So, I'm a little self conscious of that when I'm dropping a bunch of money on something. If I'm going to end up losing it or breaking it, I don't want to spend that money. So I went with these, and they work just the same. I think they actually work better because, as you can see at the end, it has a razor tip. So that razor tip makes a good start to the hole, and then the blades come out and leave an even bigger hole and exit hole. So those are some things to keep in mind. Places to look for cheaper bows or crossbows other than garage sales. So some of the stores have sales on crossbows sometimes. Um, I know I actually bought two bows this last year because we had the money, one for me, one for my kid. And the bow I bought, it was Killer Instinct from Fleet Farm, and it was on sale, so that's why I got it. So you can find some of that stuff on sale. Otherwise, if you go to places like we have Shields around here, they take in used bows and crossbows. Sometimes those used bows, you can get them for a decent price. I mean, the one bow I bought it from a friend, and he got it from Shields, and I think he only paid 200 bucks for it used, and it was a pretty expensive center point bow. So if you got a little extra money to spend that way, you can do that. Otherwise, garage sales are the way to go. I mean, people get rid of their old stuff, and there's nothing wrong with it. It works just fine. So I'm going to do another video later, talking about knives, because you need a good knife for hunting. You need to be able to cut up and process that animal. So we'll go into that a little bit later. And if you like it, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube stuff, and I'll see you next time. I'll still be poor, but I won't be hungry.